I bet you there's going to be an option to also divert it from Edgewater to the lab or something. Or maybe even do it in like in New Vegas where you even it out. Give everyone a fair share. Alright, well in that case, I guess it would be smarter to just go back first. And we can also quick tower here. Perfect. So let's go to the lab, talk to those people first. Manti Queen, there we go. That's probably a Deathclaw equivalent. That thing looks evil. Hi. Let's talk to you.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
What's your problem?
Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another.
Isn't Romero the name of one of the people who worked on Fallout? And this? You obviously run a tight ship.
You want to try standing outside in the heat, keeping your sights open for the next Marauder raid? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if Marauders got to her.
Well, she actually joined him. Upbeat, a little strange, lost resource? Yeah, I met Zoe. She was in the Marauder camp.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder camp? Is she alright?
You mean in the head, or...?
Zoe's family. Chiding her is our purview, not yours. If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some Marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
I killed a bunch already. Hey, where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop.
Okay. I've got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Okay. Stefan. You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
I don't know if my character was being sarcastic or not. Alright, let's change the subject.
What is it?
I'll leave you be. Alright, more places, more towns to explore. Yeah, I think I may have to adjust the graphic settings at some point. Although I'm okay with it. It's not like super smooth, unfortunately.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Close the door. We have to steal stuff.
Okay, go quiet.
Good. Don't want to get caught again. It's embarrassing. Yeah, they really don't like privacy with their toilets. This sink, it looks like a face. Like, hey. You know, like long nose, eyes, big mouth. Hey guys, wash your hands. Anyway. Does she... Oh, we don't have the quest selected, I guess. I'm just gonna walk around and talk to people. Can't see that one. Oh, that's Stefan.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Do you have candied canned? I'm told one of your numbers got missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little bit about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Oh, yeah? What was that about a surprising Zoe?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Any chance you can lend me that copy of the Masked Marketeer?
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
So I can bring her back. Zoe's living with the Marauders nearby. I needed something to tempt her back to the camp.
Zoe's living with marauders?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, sprat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
Oh boy. Look at my face. Do I look like I give a damn about your show?
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go. Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
Episode 38. Hey, I've got more questions about Zoe.
I'll help if I can.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
You're plain odd. Hold on, there was something else.
Hey, I got time.
Okay. What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
So, okay, but like, oh, there it is. I was gonna say, there's not much meat in here, to be honest. Primal leather. I wonder if there must be some sort of crafting system then, huh? If you can buy this stuff. Fancy pistol, 5 Spacer's Choice. 70 damage. Heavy ammunition. I think I'm okay with that. Can buy a beanie or work outfit. But I think we're good here. Okay. Who are you, deserter? Let's go rob his place. Well, this place looks robbed already. Nope, there's a little bit. There we go. I kind of like how you can hold E to pick all of it. Or, I mean, take all of it. But there's also something fun about just, like, spamming E to pick up several items at once. It's more satisfying. But of course, if there's, like, a lot of loot, you know, it's better to probably just hold it. Zoe's journal, page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams. And would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sakes, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the whale once, didn't I? Just because I got... Oh, Jesus. Hey, Cafe. Damn. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you doing? How are you doing? That was poopy. Just because I got sick, everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much Adrena time. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate 1 box of Adrena time and suddenly you're committing larceny. Won't be staying long? No worries. Appreciate you stopping by at least and saying hi. Just hoping, you know, you're doing good. And you said fine, so that's good. Terror on... Oh, we can steal this. For our ship, maybe? Had I known that was there, I would have triggered it earlier. Then I'm glad you didn't know it was there. Because it's spoopy. Zoe's journal, page 22. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of the enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of saltuna. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some Adrena time too. Everybody loves Adrena time. Even Marauders, right? I got odds those Marauders will let me throw it in wisdom if I dangle a couple syringes of Adrena time before their eyes. This is gonna be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of Marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Yeah, cooldown. Actually, it's weird though. The commands shouldn't share cooldown. I don't know why they do, to be honest. But I know now where it's there. Bwahaha. Indeed. Yeah, I'm losing my voice a little bit. My throat is like giving in. Page 18. Good news. I'm alive. Starting to feel a little better too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical lab. They found a way to grow some food, or something that passes for food anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms, I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run an ether wave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Mass Marketeer, what would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbors, and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know. That doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders. A band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What will we call ourselves? The Formidable 14. The 100 Hooligans featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen. She's a bit weird. Just a little. Can sleep here. Wonder if there's more journal pages. But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, you know, I want to keep streaming and stuff, but it's also like my throat gives in after a while. Might just make a second character after I stop streaming so I can play a bit more if I wanted to. I might actually try out Supernova just to see for a bit how it is. But for now, we'll keep going for a while. We'll see how it goes. I can't believe we're still in this place though. I thought we would have moved on by now. So that's kind of interesting. Is that guy still here? No, he's not. Just some drawings of some enemies.
I'm not sure. I'm afraid we need to use
math. Indeed. Always have to do math. It's kind of funny because in this it fits, because this game is kind of... Oh, there's the gold teeth. Nice. It's kind of Futurama-esque. And that quote is from Futurama. So that's very fitting. So they were just able to heal the plague, in air quotes, with herbs and stuff. Teas. So Adelaide knows quite a bit, I guess. I wonder why they don't do that with everyone. I guess because she got kicked out. Personal files. Password required. Bypass. 15. Silent Spring. McDivitt. Open first entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, whatever. The old botanical labs are still operational. Mostly. The soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of Saltuna lingering on my tongue, day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out the earth. Open last entry. We found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. Tyrannical? Sure. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious. Must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple of weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our own flock now. That was so McDavid, so Adelaide McDavid. The girl outside was McDavid too, right? I think. Experimental notes. I'm hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Space's choice products, it is cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own 2 hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturalists failed to produce a single viable crop. They have like some complicated words in here. Something about the soil being too poor. I am determined to find a way. May the eternal smile upon my endeavors. Last entry. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environments as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I'm sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude after months of my own experimentation that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. Where does she get her fertilizer from?
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Is it? Ooh, it is pretty. It's also pretty heavy on my frame rate, it seems. Bit unfortunate. Fertilizer equals poop. That will do it. As long as it's not people, you know. Could be people. Thought I heard someone nearby. Oh yeah, there's someone there. But they're not looking at us. Is this Adelaide? Oh yeah.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Oh, she's so nice. Too nice. You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
I don't know what a spittoon is, but maybe it involves spit. Sounds gross. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Okay. Well, Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson?
Mm-hmm.
You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
It's not great. You're not gonna like it. Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Okay. Well... Yeah, I wanted to say this. Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Well... Your camp has a power regulator. I needed to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it.
Yeah.
You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
It is very similar to the New Vegas quest. What have you got against the town? Well,
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with
yeah.
their own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Yeah, but it's one of the things, like, when you disrupt something like that, it could also affect so many of the other people, you know, that actually work there in a bad way. So it's always a little bit like, it's not quite as easy to do that. Let me see. Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
And then what? You want to tell me what these golden teas are for?
Haven't you ever seen a novelty paperweight?
Reminds me of this guy I heard about, someone named Eugene. He had gold teeth.
I remember a Eugene. Pleasant enough boy. Whatever happened to him?
Eugene... Wait, I never said anything happened. Well, I mean, she got the gold teeth, so she knows where she got them from, right? Let's say this anyway.
I did nothing wrong. The teeth were harvested from a body that went cold long before my tools ever touched it. Gold does not decompose. The teeth had to be removed. And while I am no licensed dentist, I should think I did a fair job of it.
Science 15. You're using decomposing bodies to fortify the soil and help your crops along. It is people.
I cannot tell you how refreshing it is to converse with a rational mind. That's exactly right. Rot is necessary for life. A corpse is bursting with the nutrients a young sapling craves. The crops I grow here are natural, nutritious, healthy. My garden does more than fill the bellies of my flock. It keeps them from falling ill.
Great. You seem pretty calm for someone who just admitted to grinding up corpses for fertilizer.
The Vale's barren. Been that way for years. Soil's been sterile about as long as I can remember.
Yeah, but we're talking about people here.
We are talking about organic compounds once inhabited by a sentient mind. A person lasts only until the last synapse burns out, the last brainwave flickers into the void. What remains is a carcass moldering neath the soil, Decomposition is a natural process, essential to new life. All life feeds on other life.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you've been quiet, Parvati. You have an opinion? She's using your friends as fertilizer.
Oh, I don't know. If it was me, I'd be glad to volunteer. Keeping others alive, that'd be a beautiful gift to leave. But none of the folk you used had a say. You didn't ask, ma'am. And what about my dad? I talk to his grave every Saturday. Is he even there?
Robert is just where you left him, dear. He died too long ago. By now, he's naught but a skeleton.
Ooh, I don't know about this. I'm glad I didn't eat before talking to you. It's sort of creepy, but it is also helping them. But then it's the thing is like, you know, are they gonna kill people on purpose for fertilizer or something? What if they run out of people? You know, what are they gonna do then? I need to think about this.
Whatever you say, my dear.
Let's talk about something else.
I'm listening.
This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself.
Okay. No, I mean, I actually don't know where I am.
This is the old botanical lab in Emerald Vale, on Terra 2. By the look on your face, I'm guessing you're not quite following me. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
I was kidnapped by a crazy scientist and shot into space, but thanks for asking.
That sounds like fever talk, all right. So why am I tempted to believe you? Where did you say you were from?
I don't know if I should tell her, if I even can. I can. Does the Hope ring any bells?
Is that a new settlement of some kind? I haven't kept news from outside the Vale.
Not exactly, it's a colony ship.
Oh, you're talking about that old piece of folklore. Now I'm convinced you're delirious. You really ought to lay your head down, dear. Babbling only agitates the humors. You ought to try some of my purgative.
No, I'm good.
Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you for a spell.
You don't believe me?
Maybe I do. I don't know yet. Growing up, I heard my folks talking about the Hope. Always believed it was just a story we told ourselves to keep our spirits up. Listen, don't you worry about what I think. That's not important. Worry about what the board thinks of you going around talking about lost ships from decades past.
Fair enough. Why I haven't done anything wrong?
You carry on about coming here from another world, and people will talk. Talk leads to questions. Ask enough questions, and the board comes answering.
I'm not afraid of the board.
No, but the board may have reason to fear you.
Alright. Is there anything else we can talk about? When we first talked, you assumed I come to live here.
I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
I don't imagine you get a lot of visitors.
My dear, we are all visitors in a momentary universe. Our lives flicker in and out like the guttering of a flame. Here now, then gone. Me and mine are just carrying on as best we can, trying to live our lives in a way that does not feel wasted.
Okay, why are you telling me all this?
A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
Yes. You could always continue your way of life back in town. Although, the town sucks, man. But I feel like if they could take over the cannery instead, that might be an option. Weirdly enough, all of these are kind of like against her. I'm gonna go with the town thing.
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
Okay. You and Reed obviously have some history.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna?
Nope.
That was all me.
There's obviously more to it than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Okay. Sounds like the town turned its back on you.
A fish rots from the head down. I do not blame the town. I blame the leader.
Alright, we talked enough. Yeah, I don't know if there's an option where you can kind of make them join forces or something, you know? Probably not. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Just want to make sure I can steal things. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Reed at all. But I'm also not the biggest fan of using people as fertilizer. Because that could lead to really bad stuff. So that's gonna be a tricky or difficult choice. Okay, this leads outside. But, you know, I'm gonna save this for the very end anyway. Let's steal all their food. Like a jerk. But yeah, it's gonna be like, cause, you know, I wanna like explore the place first before we try anything crazy. This is where we came from. This goes back here. And this goes also back to the place here, so all leads back to this spot. Check out this house. It's like a cantina here, I guess. Something in there. Once a guy leaves, we could check it out. You know what? I think I might turn off my helmet too. Not that we see ourselves a lot, except for in here. She looks cool. It's kind of sad you don't see yourself a lot. Shh, indeed. Please leave. Thank you. Close the door. I'll close it.
Nicely done.
Thank you. I'm so glad she doesn't care. It's like, that was always annoying with like Nick Valentine or something. When he did some illegal stuff in Fallout, he would complain about you so often. Or anyone really that had something against what you do. It's like, mind your own business, man. Are we safe here? Maybe we'll find something out here, you know, like some other weird conspiracy stuff or something. Maybe there's something more going on here. Maybe we'll figure out they killed people for fertilizer because they were running out. If that's the case, that's gonna suck. We're over encumbered again. Ooh. Hunting rifle. Maybe there is a workshop in this place. I feel like that might be... Seems like the kind of place where there would be a workshop, right? Little town with a quick travel. Just gonna have to walk around like this for a bit. I guess while it's cool that companions just give you carry capacity, you also can't just like give companions like stuff for them to hold on to empty it. But I guess it comes down to the same thing. But normally you would have more.
He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Which one? This one? No? Not sure who she's talking about. Ah, there. Thomas. Workbench! Yes. Where's it? Oh, and there's the power regulator. Wait, where's the workbench? It says we discovered a workbench. Did I miss it? Is it outside? Check the map. It's somewhere in front of us. Oh, maybe he's at the workbench. Oh, he is. Hi. Excuse me. Wow. We have a lot of stuff on us. Okay. Okay. See, it says it's sorted by name, but it's not actually. Now it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna break it down. Oops. Wrong screen. Breakdown. Because we really don't need any of these or all of these. I'll keep a shotgun, I guess. Automatic pistol. Huh. Looks interesting. Might use it. Let's get rid of these though. The sledgehammer. All of those. And I think I'm gonna get rid of the shock cannon. I don't think I'm gonna use it much. And this big weapon here. Then armor, it's not too much here, right? So get rid of this one. Okay, cool. Now we can repair this one here. How much do we need to repair this? Only 9. I think it's cheaper than doing it in your inventory. So that's good. Do I want to modify something? Where's that marked as like equipped? It's gonna cost 620 now to upgrade. That's quite a bit. I think I'm good there. Oh, I think I'm good. 76 capacity.
Oh, didn't see you there.
Really?
I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
A little awkward.
Are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Don't call me lady.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
There's a big container on the ship. Awesome. Does it have a carry capacity or is it just unlimited? I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
Looks unlimited. Awesome.
Because I've been, well, lying to everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Oh, I bet that's what that document thing we found is for. You're lucky your camp's full of idiots. Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3.
Oh, we only have one.
If I had my hands on one of those data pads,
Oh.
I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Well, we have one. But I wonder... Hold on. You mentioned 2 pads. What about the 3rd?
I wish I knew. I wager the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the 3rd's gone, I can't say.
I'll let you know if I find any.
Would you? I'd be grateful.
Would you kindly? I want to see if there is a optional thing in this quest of like getting all of them. Find the 3 volumes. Okay, you have to find the 3 volumes.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Back to Bioshock. Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Probably her dad's. Part 2. Found it in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Convenient. I'll let you know if I find any others. 375.
I'd be glad to take them
Wow.
off your hands.
That guy saved up good.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
Mm-hmm. What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Alright, I should go. Awkward. Yeah, we'll probably end up helping these people. Because the canneries thing kind of sucks. And Reed sucks. I just hope that it doesn't ruin the town too much, you know? I mean, the whole people thing is very strange, but yeah, maybe they'll find... Oh shit. Ow. Maybe they'll find a different way of getting some fertilizer over time. Maybe the cannery can provide some fertilizer. Somehow. Probably not, but I'm hopeful. Hi. Oh, this is back here. There's probably still something else. Oh yeah, there's like a place up here. Oh, look at these trees. So pretty. Mock apple. If you eat them, they mock you. So bite into it and they're like, I've never seen a person bite an apple in the worst way than you do. Or something. I don't know. I don't think I'm good at mocking people. I wonder what's causing the illness. It sounds like overworking, but yeah, maybe there's another cause for it. Right now it sounds like they're just really working themselves to death. Which I can see that being a thing. Gotta take your breaks. Okay. Yeah, frame rate is not great here either. Unfortunately. Oh, I might have to see if there's something I can fix. That's a creepy emote. So we went down this way, and then there's only the campfire here. But they're just like random people. So I think we found everything here. Yeah, so definitely gonna do this like last, you know, like the power thing. Because it is one of the main quests anyway. Hey Shepard. Hey Space Boy. How's it going? Pretty good, but pretty tired. I think I'm actually gonna stop soon. How are you doing? Retrieve a logic module. I do sort of still want to kill... Nice rhyme. These guys. Still need to collect one more finger. So maybe we'll do that, because that's like... Oh, it's all the way down there. Okay. It's not too far.